Hello and welcome back to another housing video for Final Fantasy XIV. This time we're looking at yet again another wonderful entry for the Furnishing Design Contest for 2019 that got finally placed into the game. I am so happy that I was able to get in contact. Actually, they approached me first, which I completely value. I would love it if more people did that. If you've watched these videos and you have had something put into the game, I would love to hear the backstory behind that. I personally think it's fascinating and actually adds to these videos personally. And, also if you want to plug anything, reach out to me. Absolutely. I'd love to feature your item and talk to you about it. So this obviously is the wonderfully named Kweh-Kweh clock, which is one of my new favorite items for housing, absolutely. And this was designed by the wonderful Risa, or Risachi, which is on youtube.com/Risachi. You should check them out. They are obviously an upcoming streamer and YouTuber, so check them out. Of course, links in the description to promote those. But we basically had a little bit of a talk back to back and about the design process behind this. So let me first show you the item and then we'll talk a little bit about that. I'm really excited. This is like my new favorite sort of like sub series for videos now. So we've got snap to grid, so we'll place that nice and even where we can see that. And we'll have a look. So this is obviously a wall item, and you'll be pleased to know that this is a crafted item. The recipe will be on the left side of the screen there, so not vendor purchased, but it keeps actual time in the game. If you didn't know, chronometers that you can get of all different styles in the game all keep time, so that's actual Eorzean time right there. I personally think this is one of the most beautiful chronometers we've seen, and honestly it goes almost one-to-one to the design decisions that Risa actually came up with originally. So let's have a look at that and also talk a little bit about what they had to say. So I asked them about the design process, inspirations and things like that, and they reached out to me and said, as far as design processes go, I really wanted to try my hand at entering one of the contests. Chocobos are my absolute favourite thing about Final Fantasy as a series, so I wanted to theme my entry with chocobos. I looked at chocobo items already in the game and past winning entries before I settled on a cuckoo clock. My parents had one growing up and I thought the ticking was very soothing. I looked up traditional cuckoo clock designs and based my design off of those. And this is the picture that they actually submitted to the contest, which as you can see is very close to the actual final item that made it. They say, I was very surprised that they kept the design almost one-to-one and kept in the most important die feature. However, they did not include the baby chocobo that pops out to Kweh. I can say though that the name they gave the clock is 100% better than what I called it. I love the name it got in game. Oh, I don't know. I personally liked your name as well, but Kweh-Kweh clock? It's just too cute, isn't it? It's too adorable. Honestly, I love it. I also then asked them if they would share some insight for other budding designers out there that would like to actually take part in future contests. Maybe you're on the fence about entering yourself. Honestly, we've talked about this in the other two videos with the other designers we've talked to, and it basically comes down to you've got to be in it to win it. But they say, as for aspiring designers, I would say to go for things you are passionate about and don't give up. Of course, I was bummed I didn't win, but seeing it pop up again in the patch notes showed that someone on the design team liked it. Even if you don't think your design was good enough, someone else probably loved what you made. Also, to reread the rules thoroughly, as I didn't know you could enter more than one entry, so I would have probably created much more chocobo items when I had the chance. Maybe next time, they put. But can somebody design me some like Namazu items? I would love to see like Namazu clocks and like Namazu furniture. All the chocobos and Moogles, they get all the love, and even Spriggan. I would love that. I would even love an external house design with just a Namazu, like the big one or something. But anyway, so let's look at this in further detail, because obviously that's what you're here for and that's what you clicked on the video for. Of course, this is a fully functioning clock. I do like the pendulum swing on there, that's very nice. And I like the crystals as well. As much as I personally would have liked to have seen, multiple die options, we don't actually live in a world where we play a game that's actually good, that has multiple die palettes. So it is what it is. I do like the wood grain effect through the actual leaves, and of course the chocobo accents as well. I think that's really nice, and it looks really good in a variety of colors. So even dark colors and vibrant colors like ruby red, for example, pop out. So it's going to be really easy to match this with other furniture as well. But one of the saving graces is definitely how good it looks in all these different grains. So matching next to other furniture is a big thing. I know a lot of people fantasize over if this could be dyed this, or if this had a touch of this color on it. It does make this more usable. I do think like the yellow is obviously, going to be a favorite because of the chocobo feathers, but also the more traditional sort of browns and darker colors could look quite nice as well, especially to make like a cottage sort of feel, nice and cozy with a roaring fire and, maybe some wooden walls or something. That's where I would probably go with this if I was to actually design somewhere. Ooh, turquoise looks really good as well. But yeah, very impressed with this personally, and it's not too difficult to craft. But yeah, congratulations to obviously Riza for entering the contest and getting your item in the game. Like I said before, even if people don't win these things, it does seem like the developers do actually incorporate a lot of the entries into the game eventually in some way, shape or form, even sometimes years afterwards. But it's really, really nice to see that, you took the initiative, you entered, and now we're better off because we have a beautiful housing item to be immortalized in here. But anyway, thank you so much for reaching out to me. Like I said before, if there are any designers who have had their item placed in the game, I'm more than happy to talk to you, and I would love to know what what went into your design process and your inspirations. I think it's fascinating, adds a completely new layer to these types of videos, and honestly, it's just really cool to know. But anyway, much love, enjoy the rest of your day. More 6.1 content, obviously links in the description to Riza's content. Go and check her out, and I'll see you all next time.